NSA hacks Angry Birds. Google's coming to iOS. Apple iPhone catches on fire. Microsoft makes a offer to PS3 fans they couldn't refuse. Or could they? All that and more on Tech for Dummies. Welcome to Tech for Dummies. The show makes technology fun again. I'm your host, Darren Quick. Follow the show at Tech for Dummies 1 at blogger.com and wordpress.com. There, leave comments and questions about the show. Always, you can watch previous episodes on YouTube at Tech for Dummies. As always, to my left, my co-host, Dustin.
Whoa, I'm here. Yes, as always, I'm sitting in this chair and I'm talking. And I am the co-host, Dustin Tanner, Tech for Dummies. You can follow me on Twitter at dtanner2194. And if you can't tell by now, my voice is not up to par, so I might sound a little quiet, but I'm here.
I'll keep it short. Starting off, the NSA strikes again with this time hacking apps with location device tapped into them, trying to find people where they are.
Again. Once again, the NSA has the whole they're following you, and they know we're doing this. At this point, I'm unfazed to it. There's been so much that's gone on that I don't care anymore. We've seen so many people. They've hacked into computers. They've hacked into this. They've hacked into that. They've hacked into. You know what? It's like it's like finding out like your puppy died. Like you don't want to find out anymore. Okay, it's dead. Okay, this is what it is. I don't want to keep getting details. I don't want this detail. I'm just done with it. I get it. I'm being watched by everybody. It's just.
This time it was the Angry Bird app. But yeah, I agree with you. Enough's enough. Quit trying to jump onto this.
It's always a buzz story, and the story will always get, will get people to it because
picked up again.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. And that's really all I can say about it, because at this point it's always just the fact that the NSA is always going to be watching us. So I pretty much don't have anything to say about that except for, they're watching you.
They're always watching us. All right.
What's next on your list of stuff we have to talk about today?
What's next? Okay. Well. All right. Chrome app is coming to iOS. The browser, not the browser, is coming to iOS, which gives you more options than the Firefox app or Safari app on your iPhone or iPad device.
Firefox has an app on the. Well, yeah, it's cool. I like. Really, I didn't know that.
You have a Firefox
like
app.
I said before, I really like Google Chrome. Google Chrome's great, and it goes back to Google pretty much just taking over. And I like Google Chrome more because I've been using it, because we use Google for a ton of things in the school. We use it for, you name it, we use it. Like, we use it for this, we use it for that. We use it for email, we use it for spreadsheets, we use it for documents, we use it for pretty much anything you can use Google for, we use it for. So I'm one who's happy about that.
Me too. And it's the reason why I prefer Chrome and Google devices over Firefox and IE or Safari.
Well, everyone knows Internet Explorer is the internet version of the Black Plague. Don't use IE.
No, despite my mother-in-law and all of them love it because it's easier to understand.
Yeah, because it's easier to get hacked. But we'll get into that at some other point.
I haven't heard of a good IE hack in years, but
it's because nobody but old people and CCV students use it.
Actually, no, at CCV now they're switched to Google Chrome.
Have they?
At least they were.
Well,
when I was going.
All programs are on the computers at CCV. It's just teachers are like, use Internet Explorer, use Internet Explorer. Actually,
If you're in graphic design, web design, then you're Google Chrome or Firefox.
yeah, same thing. It depends on what class you take. Because if you take a class that's web-based, you're like, use Chrome. But CCV's T98 forms, for those of you who don't know, it's a tax form you have to print off. They told you to open up an Internet Explorer, and I'm like, I'm not opening something that has my social security number on it in Internet Explorer. I actually went into Firefox, allowed pop-ups, restarted Firefox, because that's how much I don't trust IE. So, that being said, that's not really a big deal. It's a small deal. But it's...
One of these days I'll show you guys how to do a Google Chrome IE hack that makes you look like you're clicking on IE, but you're really going to Google Chrome.
That'd be cool.
I know how to do it. It's a neat hack.
So, what is the third thing you got on your story, on your list of things for this week? This month, sorry.
Let's see. How about let's do the iPhone 5S catches on fire in a children's back pocket, causing severe burns.
You know, this one,
This is the first time I've actually heard anything that.
this one sounds like, you know, all products have deficiencies of some types. And when you make millions of iPhones, odds are one might catch on fire. And if you ever used your iPhone, I have an iPhone 4, so when I use it for a while, the processor starts to get really hot, and there are times where I touch it, and it's like, it doesn't burn you, but it's like, ow, this isn't cold.
It left a 13-year-old girl with second-degree burns in the hospital.
Oh, it's time for a rant. Why does a 13-year-old girl have an iPhone? Why?
Because mommy and daddy love her very much.
No. I got a track phone when I was in 8th grade. That was a small little track phone like this and by this. And then when I lost that because my house burned down, not because I lost it, I got an AT&T Go phone. That was even smaller. And I didn't get my first iPhone till last year when I worked for it myself. So I hate when little kids have iPods and iPhones. I hate it. I hate it. Get it yourself. Don't let mommy and daddy get it for you. Let mommy and daddy get you clothes. You can never have enough clothes. It's a little scary to think that an iPhone can catch on fire in your back pocket. But
It is.
I think this is such a 1 in a million thing that I wouldn't be concerned about it. Because if this started happening, 50 iPhones caught it, there would be a mass recall of sorts, and Apple would sort that out. Yeah. I think it's just a, it's sad, but it's not something that I would be worried about. I'm not going to sound I'm not going to wear the tin hat. I'm not going to sound the alarm.
Sound an alarm, but to me, it was just like, first time I've ever heard anything coming from iPhone being, would catch on fire or anything like that. But yes, I agree with you. They have notoriously getting hot. Anything gets hot with computers, laptops, anything will get hot to a point where it actually will cause some sort of burn.
Yeah, and
Usually first degree, but not second.
yeah, and it's not a, it's not something I'm going to be concerned about because it doesn't happen that often. So, what else do we have here before we move on?
What else can I touch before? All right, let's do Microsoft Soft, or you want to do that one, Gaming and Dummies?
You can do that for you can do that in the Gaming for Dummies subject. Why don't we do 2 more things before our PSA?
What about this the somewhat new, or it's been around, the Lego in Chrome. You can build Legos right here on your own desktop in the Chrome app.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, how long has this been around?
I think for a couple months now.
And that seems like it'd be fun. Like I said, I'm a huge Lego fan, and in Gaming for Dummies, we're going to talk about Legos a little more. But
yeah, this time you don't have to worry about stepping on these.
no, there's no more pain than stepping on a Lego that is face up, and it's just one Lego. Like, if you step on 2 or 3 Legos, it's okay. But if it's the one Lego, that is tough.
The website is called buildingwithchrome.com. You just type in Lego Chrome.
Buildwithchrome.com, and it looks like it's looking fun. I'm on it right now. I don't know if it'll work on the iPad.
You start off with just a pad like you would a, like your Lego bricks pad. And then all of a sudden you start getting bricks, and then you just start.
Just
next
brick,
thing you know, you
brick,
start
brick.
Next thing you know, you can build a nice little house.
And then 2 hours later, just like my childhood, your weekend is gone, even though it was Friday when you started building, and now you have this creation.
You might not want to do this.
And your mother is yelling at you because you didn't clean your room, and because you pretty much built with your Legos all weekend, and you now need to do your laundry.
Or if you don't want, if you got a certain college kid who needs to do their homework and.
Actually, I did my homework, with the exception of the reading, which I'm going to go do right after this for my English class. We had a 2-page paper due today. I wrote 9 pages. Overachiever. Yeah. Yeah, 9 pages. Okay, 8 pages. The last page has like 2 words on it, and it's blank. But still.
That's not good. 9.
Hey, that's 9.
That's not 9.
Print it off, 9.
That's 8 1/4. 8 and an 8.
All right, we're losing it here. What's next?
That college professor ain't going to do it that way.
Is that everything we have before our PSA?
That's pretty much it for our PSA.
All right, so I'm going to send it off to the I'm going to cut you off and send it off to the
Be a fan of courage.
Be a fan of dignity.
Be a fan of pride.
Be a fan of confidence.
Be a fan of fun.
Be a fan of Special Olympics.
To support some of the most inspiring athletes you'll ever see, please visit SpecialOlympics.org, where you can volunteer, support, coach, or sign up to compete.
I'm a fan. Be a fan too.
Welcome back. As always, be a fan, be a supporter, and volunteer for the local Special Olympics. I can get my thing to come down. As also on February 22nd, it's our Kakutta night at the Elks Lodge. From 6 p.m. is social hour, 7 p.m. is dinner. Games begin shortly after dinner. Donations are $125 per ticket, including 2 buffet-style dinner, $3,000 grand prize. Other prizes during the event, the 100th tickets will be raffled off. All proceeds go to Special Olympics Vermont for our busing, uniforms, and other needs that we need throughout the year. Please call Rhonda at 782-0422 for tickets and information. As always, I turn the reins over to Dustin for Gaming for Dummies. Take it away, Dust.
Before I get to Gaming for Dummies, I would just like to say always support the Special Olympics. It's a great thing, great cause. And with the Sochi Olympics coming up here in a few days, it's very nice to have something like the Special Olympics around there so everyone can get the chance to be competitive and have fun. Before we get to Gaming for Dummies, though, one last thing before we get to Gaming for Dummies. If you're not doing anything on Valentine's Day or the day after, the Enosburg Falls High School Drama Club will be performing The Wedding Singer. The Wedding Singer is a musical set in the 80s featuring Robin Hart as the lead singer of a wedding band.
Wedding band.
Yes. I don't know how many people have seen The Wedding Singer. It's hilarious, and Enosburg is doing this as a play. Tickets are $8 at the door. for the 7 p.m. performance on the night of February 14th and 15th, and $6 for a matinee on the 15th. I don't have a girlfriend. I'll be alone on Valentine's Day, so I'm doing the sound for the play. So it's a really awesome play. The cast is just amazing. So if you're not doing anything, or if you want to really, if you're not good at planning dates, that's what you go. Oh yeah, I'm taking you to a play tonight, honey. So that moving on, we're going to move to Gaming for Dummies. For Gaming for Dummies today, we really don't have much. Not really a big month for games, except for the fact that we have the Sochi Olympics coming up, which isn't really tech news, but we do have something technical related to that. And for the most part, I think that's all I was going to talk about, the Sochi Olympics and Super Bowl commercials. Last Sunday, or a few Sundays ago, depending on when you watch this show, the Super Bowl was aired. It's apparently a football game. I didn't see a football game this year. I saw a halftime performance at I saw a bunch of guys just beat down some other guys behind the shed. But like always, there's some commercials that are very good. And what was your favorite commercial? Did you see the Super Bowl this year?
I saw it in number one. Okay, what was
One of my favorite commercials was the Stephen Colbert Pistachios one.
That was cute.
He started out with just a green tie, very simple set, and the eagle, and not much green. And then they took a break and put another commercial in the middle, and then he came right back, and the whole set was covered in pistachio green stuff, and he peeled his head off, and he pretended to be a pistachio, which I liked.
Mine would be, the first one would have been like the, it's a beautiful, with the different languages.
The Coca-Cola ad.
Coca-Cola ad. Both Coca-Cola ads would be what I would like. The second favorite would have been the Budweiser ad, the Colt and the Clydesdale. I mean the puppy in the Clydesdale.
My favorite, one of my favorite ads was the puppy, the breeded puppy. It was like a Chihuahua and like
Domer Pinscher.
And I loved it because Sam McLaughlin, if you've ever seen the sad commercials about animals, she was trying to write a song about it, and the puppy bit her guitar, and she just threw the guitar down, and I started laughing. Even though I felt bad, it was a very good, it was hilarious. The Coca-Cola ad caused quite an uproar. A lot of people were not happy about it.
What, that one? I thought it was kind of cute.
The world one where everyone was singing, and a lot of people, a lot of racists were just not happy, saying, I'm not going to speak English. A bunch of people.
That's my another one, Volkswagen Wings.
Yeah, that one was good too.
That one was cute.
I think my biggest flop is the other one you had above that. He's on YouTube looking at some of them right now.
The Bud Light?
The Bud Light commercial. I hated the Bud Light commercial. They had the build-up, and it was just... It was stupid because the beer is not really going to do that.
The QuickBooks commercial, the girls building out the dollhouses, singing "Come on, girls."
Yes.
That one was the cute one. That one I would stop and listen to every day.
That one was good. And the tech part about this Super Bowl is that Squarespace, a tech startup. This is like one of the first. You've never seen an ad for Facebook, Twitter, or Snapchat, but Squarespace, a Silicon Valley company, where all the tech guys are, actually ran a Super Bowl ad.
Yep.
And that's big because that's not. I don't think it's the first. It may have been the first time that happened. I'm not sure.
It was, as far as I know.
But so the first time I can remember where a tech company, a new tech company that is pretty cool, Squarespace ran a Super Bowl ad. And
for those that don't know what Squarespace is, it's like I've been telling you in the past, it's a plug-and-play type of website development company where you can take templates of a website and just basically plug in any pictures, anything you want, and make yourself a nice, nifty website.
And you can make what's it called?
Without using
a blog. You can make a website that sells stuff. You can make a bunch of different websites out of the Squarespace
without
template.
using any HTML coding or practicing.
Yeah, which is very cool. Few technical things to talk about because we do talk about tech here. Super Bowl went off pretty well without a hitch, with the exception of a traffic disaster out of the game. I don't know if you saw any of the photos, but people were backed in for about 3 to 4 hours getting out of New Jersey, the MetLife Stadium, and they got lucky because the next day a blizzard pretty much hit. And no, not the blizzard that was a 43-8 beatdown by the Sea Chickens. Sea Chickens to the Broncos. It was just the fact that blizzard hit, and it went off pretty well. There were a few minor security glitches, though. Did you hear about the 9/11 truther? Some guy, no media credentials, was able to sneak into an after-game post-conference and splattered something about 9/11, and he was able to get by just saying he was late. And that's a little scary, thinking of all the security that had gone into that place, that could happen. But luckily, it wasn't wasn't a terrorist or anything. So that was pretty much it for the Super Bowl. The halftime show was pretty good. I liked some of the technical aspects of the halftime show, how they had the lights and how Bruno Mars had the whole James Brown feeling. That was fun. I'm a huge Bruno Mars fan now. And besides that was pretty good. It went off well. First tech company had an ad, and that's pretty much it. Moving on now in Gaming for Dummies, just want to let everyone know that the Lego movie is coming out soon. Very soon. Like we talked about in the last show, I'm very excited for that. And the phone is going off, and I'm going to keep talking, but I'm very excited for the Lego movie. And I broke character. You can tell what happens when I lose my voice. Lego movie is I'm very excited. I've seen the trailer multiple times, and I'm pumped. I'm going to go by myself, not bring my family, because I'm that type of guy. And one last thing, the Sochi Olympics are right around the corner, and can you hear how it's have you heard about it yet?
I've heard that they're trying to get tight security, but
it is a disaster waiting to happen right now.
It is.
Hotels are unfinished, buildings are unfinished, streets are unfinished, and the Olympics start in 2 or 3 days. And it's not Sochi isn't a natural snowing place. They have to truck some of the snow in because it doesn't have a natural winter climate, which is terrible. So it'll be very interesting to see how that happens. And I think on the next show, just like we had for this show, I'll have a breakdown of everything that's happened in Sochi. I'll look for tech news. I'll look for tech ads. I'll look for things that are related to tech. But that's pretty much all I have for Gaming for Dummies. But you have one more thing.
actually,
I'm going to turn it right over to you.
a couple more things. This week, or this month, Microsoft offers PS3 fans an offer they couldn't refuse, but could they? The offer was, give up your Xbox or give up your PS3. We'll give you $100 off of the Xbox One.
Wait. The Xbox One
Which
is
is
$100 more than the PS3. So by giving
PS4.
PS4. Oh yeah, PS4. So was this PS3 fans or PS?
Yeah, PS3 fans. If you ditch your PS3, we'll give you $100 to go to Xbox One.
So if I ditch my working Sony system that I'm probably used to by now, I can save $100 on an overpriced Xbox One that doesn't even have the best games released for it yet.
And
That
guess
is
what?
nothing like my PS.
The PS3 fans basically told Microsoft, take your offer and
I'm gonna go
do something with it.
I'm gonna go Kanye West here. I think your offer is great, Microsoft, but I think Sony's platform is better, and they should have won the record of the year.
That's what they basically told Microsoft. Sorry, we'll just take our PS4 and be happy with it.
I didn't hear about this because I have an Xbox 360, so I'm in the dark, and I also don't have time for video games because I'm in the dark. But yeah.
Yeah, that's what, like I said, Microsoft makes an offer that they try to Sony to refuse, but they did. They refused the offer. They said, sorry, we'll take our $100 more and have an actual system that would work and games that actually works. That's pretty much.
And that's it. Pretty much for Xbox One. I really don't care about the Xbox One.
And I'll talk about the other one, about the Amazon's trying to get into the game console. They're starting this year. Amazon Games is trying to get into the gaming console. Their price is going to be under $300 to compete with the Sony and Xbox and Nintendo. So
Now, is this confirmed or is this a rumor at this point?
Let me check. I think it's confirmed.
Because I've heard a lot of rumors about Amazon trying to do this, but I haven't actually heard anything. And I haven't until we see. It's like a unicorn. Until we actually see it and pet it, it's not real.
As rumors suggested now, but both types are seemingly being packed into one unit. So it could be rumor for right now. Yeah, like I said, wait till it's a rumor now, but wait till it actually comes out. I'll let you guys know. It's just instead of going out to the store to buy games, they're going to be more streaming games, it looks like.
And it looks like it might be a little similar to what Apple TV has. Because yes, it is a report in the USA Today, and it was from August, so they've probably made a lot of progress on that by now. That's pretty interesting. It's working on an Android-based console by launching they wanted to launch it by the end of the year, but they haven't. So I think it's obviously going to come out, but it's probably hit a snafu at this point.
Yeah.
But that's, when you're starting to build things like wasn't Apple going to put out a gaming console at some point?
Yeah.
And look at what happened there.
They decided to build an Apple TV instead.
Yeah, an Apple TV is
okay. It's just an oversized iPod.
Well, if I have if I have internet at home and $100 to just throw out there, I'll gladly get Apple TV. But until then, no.
No. I think that's pretty much it.
So, is that all you have?
That's all I have.
All right, that's all I have. So, would you like to sign off first, or do you want me to sign off
You can
first?
sign off.
All right, I'm going to sign off first. I'm Dustin Tanner, the co-host of this show last time I checked. Wishing you all a good night. And for one last thing, do not play Flappy Bird. That's all I'm going to say.
I was going to have you talk about it.
We'll talk about it next show. I'm Dustin Tanner signing off, and now off to you.
That's it for this show. As always, follow us on Tech for Dummies 1 at blogger.com and WordPress. There you can leave comments, questions about the show. And I'll be, from now, starting this show, I'll be leaving start TV, the news notes of the show and copies of what we've watched or discussed, and the video of this show there. As always, good night.